Hey, it's Mike, and today we're going to look at the NWH Vehicle Physics 2, and we're going to see how can we use that with Game Creator. So stay tuned, and we'll see how to set this up. Alright, so Game Creator 2 does have a vehicle controller that you can get on the asset store from RVR, but if you might already have a vehicle controller, and this one is NWH Vehicle Physics 2, which comes with a bunch of prefab cars, or you can import your own cars, but that's outside the scope of this video. But we're going to see how do we set this up so that our Game Creator 2 character can enter into any of these cars and drive them around like GTA style. Like you can just run around, take over cars. So let's see how that's set up. So I'm going to create a new scene and we're going to set this up from scratch. So let's do that. Create a scene. Empty scene. We're going to create a plane. We'll give it like 20 by 20 and give it the checkered floor. And we're going to bring in, make sure that's at the origin, reset the position, bring in the Game Creator player. And call that player. And we're going to bring in the camera shot. We'll do a third person camera for this. And I like to set the sensitivity to 1, max pitch to 60, and turn off the zoom. And I like to put it somewhere around 30.3 or something. Target zoom. So I'm just going to, and the shoulder, I like that to be 0 as well. So those settings don't really matter for this video, but that's just what I like to use. And then so we're gonna make sure that's working. So now we can bring in NWH. So you just import it from the package manager, and once you have it, you have this NWH folder. So what we need, I'm going to create an empty called Scene Manager, so that NWH Vehicle Physics 2. Now I'm going to bring in these prefabs that they have. So in the Vehicle Physics 2 Vehicles folder, they have these prefabs that you can use, so you can bring them in, just drag and drop. And I'll bring in this one, low poly car. This one's not set up, I don't think. This one we may not be able to use right away. I'm just going to skip that one. It's not set up. They don't have a prefab of it. So the monster truck, let's move that up a little so that the wheels are on the ground. And let's do the Neva. And the sports car. And they have a rocket carrier as well. So what we want is NWH has a script. It's called the Vehicle Changer, so that you can actually have a character enter and exit these vehicles. But in order for these, first of all, we want to set up the ability to drive these. So NWH requires you to have an input system vehicle input provider and a scene input provider. There's input manager scene input provider and input manager vehicle input provider as well if you're using the old input system. But with Game Creator 2, we're using the new input system, so we want the input system scene input provider, and we want the input system vehicle input provider. And these scripts take the input and pass them on to the cars that you're controlling with NWH if the cars are active. As well as we also want the vehicle changer script as well. So vehicle changer. So with the vehicle changer, all you do is create a list of all the vehicles you want the character to be able to jump in and out of. So we'll just take these and populate the list. Monster truck, Neva, sports car, and the rocket carrier. And we want this to be character-based switching. And then so we just drag our player object in here. So, and we can also start in vehicle. So we want to leave that unchecked for now. If you had one vehicle in the scene, you could say start in vehicle, and it would start inside the vehicle, and your character would not be outside of it. But for now, we'll just leave it. And the max enter exit vehicle speed means that if your vehicle's going more than 2 miles an hour, then you won't be able to enter or exit the vehicle while it's moving too fast. So that should do it. That's all we need to do. And these prefabs are set up with a vehicle enter and exit points. So there's a left and a right on that one. And some of them only have one exit and enter point, but they have left and right on most of them. So that means when you go to those points on the vehicle with your character and press the V button, V key, because that's what's the V key is what's it's using to bind it. So, and then it will trigger the player to get into the car. So let's see if that works. Okay, and then we can drive it. So, and then anytime you want to get out of the vehicle, you can press V, and your player comes back right where it left off. And we can go and run over here and get into another vehicle. And V, and we got the monster truck. The good thing about NWH is it has a damage system. So it has a lot of advanced features, so it is good that it works with any player controller, including Game Creator 2. So we can use Game Creator 2 with this asset. So let's get out of there. And that one went flying. Okay. And if I'm going too fast, I can't enter and exit. So you have to come almost to a stop, and then you can do it. And let's see if I can get into here. This one only has an enter point on this side, I think. Where is it? I'm not sure where it is on the, let's see, where is it on that? So the rocket carrier doesn't have an enter exit point. So let's create one. I can show you how to create one. So you'll have to do this possibly to create an empty child called enter exit point. And we can give it you need to give it the tag of enter exit point. That's how it knows where we're going to go. And then what we want to do is place it. It's right here. We want to place it near where the actual door to the car is, close to it, so that makes sense. So right here, perhaps. And then we should be able to get in and out of the vehicle. So let's go over here and see if we can now get into the vehicle. And yes, we can. Now we can drive this rocket carrier. So that's how you use NWH with Game Creator 2. It's a great vehicle controller. It's got a lot of advanced features, physics-based simulations, so you might want to use it. So if you do, you can do it. It can work, and you'll be happy to see that it works. So that's it for this video. I may cover other vehicle controllers in the future to see if they work with Game Creator 2. So we will see you in the next one.